wrestling style. Knock you in your head with my stick, with my stick. You gon' have a mark from my stick, from my stick. My stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. I don't wanna. Yeah, you want my stick. Dunk your coconut with my stick. Look at my stick. You gon' feel the wrath of my stick. Feel my stick, my stick, my stick. My stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. It's just a stick. It's my perfect stick. My stick is my friend, born from a log. Everyone can see it's better than bacon. Why'd you get so crotchety and mean? Look at my stick. Why'd you drink that creature's milk is green? Got me sick. My stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't use my stick, but it's just a stick. Don't you like my stick? No, it's just a stick. It's my perfect stick. My stick and me take walks every day. Past the hooligans down by the ocean. When they laugh at my stick, then they learn how my stick is much denser than bacon. Caught a little piggy and I let the little piggy run amok. Blowing on sleep, little piggy kept waking me up. People often fight about which birds are the best birds, but everybody can agree that seagulls are the worst. I kiss my stick, you can't pick up my stick. Keep your mitts off my stick. I disappear for years and reappear right here to cheer about my cool stick. When I was a little bitty kid, I had not yet found my mighty stick. Then I did, I could break your stick using just my brain. My stick? I could make you wish you couldn't feel pain. Not my stick, my stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. I don't want your stick. Yeah, you want my stick. It's just a stick. It's my big boy stick. Want a bag of venom and I wish I really, really, really didn't. Nobody has a good reason to own a bag of venom. Poke on my wrist sometimes cause I like how it hurts. Everybody can agree that seagulls are the worst. I kiss my stick, it's my stick. You can't pick up my stick. Keep your mitts off my stick. Everyone can see it's better than bacon. It's my stick, it's my stick. It's my finger, my stick. From a mitts off my stick. Everyone can see it's better than bacon.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. Just face the music, you're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You got termites in your smile. a choice between the two of you, I would take the seasick crocodile. Mr. Grinch, you're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks and your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The three best words I would use to describe you are as follows, and I quote: Stag! 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 Yeah! Oh, yeah, yeah!
Welcome back, everybody. Wow. 2023. How's that make you feel, Kayla?
Old as shit.
Oh, I didn't expect
It makes me feel old. No, it makes me feel good because there is a lot of things happening this year.
Yes.
So
It's going to be a great year. And you can't be old because if you're old,
you're ancient.
I don't want to know what I am. Although I have been thinking about covering this up. Thinking about doing maybe a little touch of gray, right? Darken up this a little bit, make it feel.
You could do it. You could definitely do it, but know that your beard hair grows fast. I know because when I was at the salon, I used to do a lot of that stuff. So you're going to end up with like the gray anyways. However, you pull off gray like a god. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. But I'm only 40. I'm going to be 41 in February. And it's like, I look at other people my age. I look way older than them. And I shouldn't. I've been graying since I was in my 20s. I used to dye my hair back then, and I'm thinking EBS does it. I've seen Art T. Bear do it. I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to try it. One of these days, I'm going to show up on stream. And it's going to be a lot darker, and everybody's going to love it. Trust me. We got Hail the Lord was number one. Number one in 2023. Hail the Lord. Good to see you, brother. We got Mark in the house as well. Hold on a second.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. We got Bigfoot, Loch Ness. I'm here as well. Hey, look at me. Got a Snake Dog in the house as well. Happy New Year's, guys. Woo, I actually have time to watch tonight. Hail to all. That is awesome, man.
Yes,
I'm
that is
glad.
awesome.
I'm glad.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
Matt.
spending your night with us.
Joe, hope you had a good New Year's Day and Christmas. I did. I hope everybody out there had a great Christmas and great New Year's. I was meaning to stream during Christmas week, and things just got out of hand, got busy, and I couldn't. So I ended up just canceling all the shows. And this is the first show on this channel in 2023. So we're back. So it's the first time I've actually got a chance to talk to everybody since before Christmas. I hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas. We got Rob in the house. Hail. Oh, shit. We got
Tentacle Pentacle.
my favorite. Okay.
You're gonna say like a rapper. It's like it's Tentacle Pentacle in the house. Like
Yeah. It's it's one of my favorite names going back. It's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good. We got Rick Saylor in the house, a member of the channel. Good to see you, brother.
Happy
Yes,
New Year.
GMs. Hello, everyone. Hello to you.
Hello.
To you. Who else we got? Let's go down. Here we got Holy Badger said, finally Joe is here. He's one of my faves in CG. Well, thank you. Thank you. You're one of my favorites in the chat. Just for that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We got Past Master Dan says large stick. Yeah. Absolutely. It's the only kind. It's the only kind. Did I already say Snake Dog? But if not, good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes.
Got El Guapo in the house. Hail the new year. Hail, Joe. Hail to you, brother. Yes, hail the new year, 2023, guys. We are looking at some fun things this year. Tons of stuff going to happen, not only in CG, but also in the comic book world, all in general. And we'll be here for it all. It's going to be great. We got Jamie in the house as well. Hey, Jamie.
Hail,
Hope you're doing
Jamie.
good.
I like when ladies are in here. I like that.
Me too. And Jamie does the dirty chats. Although we used to, in art and stuff, we used to have like the dirtiest chat in CG. That's what we would call it, because like the subject matter was always raunchy. And Jamie was like right in the middle of that. And then one day it just disappeared. So we can't claim that anymore. But
What?
maybe
What?
one day. Yeah, this is before your time. It's before your time, you know. And yeah, when on stuff comes back, which by the way, guys, when talking to Sean, he's trying to get some stuff situated, but we were talking about hopefully soon in the first part of this year, we're going to be getting hot stuff up and rolling again. And I think we're going to be doing it on Thursdays. So I'm looking forward to that. We got Jay in the house as well. Hail to you. Let's see. Soon Jim said this might be the best Grinch song ever. It is. 1,000%. Skip Edwards in the house. Hail, brother. Good to see you. All right, let's see. Miss anybody? Make shorts. What up, you two legends? What up to you?
What up?
Up to you. We got NTM in the house. He's calling me old. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'll take that from you, since you're still going through puberty and stuff. So I will take that from you. I can be old to you, but you're the only person. Got Scary Badman Jenkins, the second favorite YouTube handle out there. Happy New Year. Let's start this off with a bang. Hail. Yes. Astro Zombie, member of the channel. Welcome, brother. Good to see you. All right, let's see. Getting down to the bottom here. Maybe. We got Jonas Olson in the house. Hail all. Hail to you. And I think that's it. We hit the bottom. Ask the boys, Joe, I'm innocent. Yes, that's true. That's what they all say. That is what they all say. All right, so change of plan. So I was going to do this Jim Lee thing. And the more I thought about it, the more I decided not to, because I don't like doing critiques of artists that I really like. And the subject matter I was going to put out was like the decline of Jim Lee's art. And it was kind of a clickbait, because it wasn't really going to be about his decline, but I wanted to talk about just how his modern day stuff, his newest stuff, seems to be lack of passion. And that's really what the conversation was going to go to, and that's what we're going to discuss. Not that he's declining in any way as an artist. And the more I started to think about it, I was just like, it's not something I think I would enjoy talking about. So I'd rather talk about something that is more exciting, more fun. So I was thinking about, and I can't pronounce his name, and Kayla can pronounce it, but it's Jorge Jimenez. Jimenez. All right, sorry. I'm horrible with names.
Although I hear a lot of people call him George Jimenez. So
see, Jimenez. Yeah,
to me, it's spelled Jorge Jimenez. It's Jimenez. Like, at least that's what my friends would say, or Ed would say. It's Jimenez.
Jimenez.
Pronounced like that.
Jorge Jimenez, who is a modern artist.
Or George Jimenez. Should we look up how to say his name before we butcher another person's name?
Sure.
I'm gonna look up the pronunciation.
Yeah, look it up before we go any farther. But we're going to take a look at this guy's art because of modern day artists, which there's a few I like and follow. This guy is one of them. Now, granted, I don't read a lot of the books because I'm not really interested in what he's like the story that he's doing. Although James Tynion did do a good story for the Batman run, but I really enjoyed Jorge's work on this, and we're going to take a look at some.
It says Jorge Jimenez.
Jimenez,
Yes,
Jorge
like
Jimenez.
Jimenez.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's
El
official.
Guapo just said it too. Yeah, I thought it was Jimenez too.
Okay. Rob says I call him Jorge Jimenez. Jimenez, yep. Past Master Dan is asking how Sean is doing. Sean is doing good. I mean, he's as best as the situation can be, but he's moving on. Trying to get stuff back together, trying to get his life back together so he can get back here on Ott and stuff and streaming with us on Appreciating Comic Book Art Live. Also, he's working hard on Type 1 because he's really trying to get that ready to launch sometime, I think, in the first quarter of this year. I think, but I talked to him today, and hopefully he's going to be coming back soon. Hopefully we'll have him back soon, and then we will be complete. We'll be complete again. I can't wait to get him back on stream. It's going to be awesome.
We'll be like the Three Musketeers.
Yes, yes. New chip stuff is on effing fire. The new chip stuff.
All I know is he is probably one of the best, I would say, artists to come from the 2000s. I want to say, like, remember we were trying to figure out who is like the best artist, like after the whole image boom, and we were having a hard time. I don't know why we never brought up Jorge. Like,
I think sometimes I overlook him because he just I've only seen some of his work. Like I haven't seen all of his work. He caught my eye in Batman. Because I would flip through the Batman books. I was like, I kind of like this art. It's a little bit different than what I would normally dig, but there was something about it that really drew me to his art. So I just started picking up Batman books. Didn't read them, but I picked them up and I just kind of stacked them in a pile. Now I wanted to bring them out so we could look at some of my favorite ones, but they're buried under an absolute pile of shit over there. So I grabbed what I could grab, and we've got a quick video of a couple books I brought up, and I've got a second video of images I found online that I wanted to look at, because the guy is just really of modern day younger artists, and I don't even know how old he is.
36.
He's probably one of my okay, there you go. So younger artists, he's probably one of my favorites in the industry right now. Him and Brett Booth, Greg Capullo, guys like that right now. I got to put his name up there with guys I've enjoyed, and even though I didn't read the books, I enjoyed the art, and that's what it all comes down to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's mainly done DC work, mainly DC. I would say he's more known for DC than anything, although he did, was Nocterra with Image. He did an issue of...
And Tony Daniel, dude, Nocterra.
Amazing X-Men, was it? He did one issue of Amazing X-Men, or the cover of it. I think it was Amazing X-Men 15, 18. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it's all been mainly... Oh, he did... Vertigo, I think that still would fall under the DC. Border Town.
For a second, then I just kind of stumbled on him like last year or something when he started to really take over the Batman books is when I kind of really started noticing him. I'd seen his name like on Instagram and stuff, but never really paid too much attention beyond that. Got American Co Comics in the house. Snake Dog says he got some great art in the Justice League run too. I might have to try to check some of that out.
Yeah, he did a lot of Superman stuff. He did a lot of Superman stuff and a bunch of Teen Titans stuff. I want to say he did a Transformers book too, and a Jurassic Park book with the covers too, as well.
Okay. We got Tark, member of the channel in the house as well. We got Super Jerry says Super Sons. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you're right. I did notice him in Super Sons. That's where I first saw him. Good call. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he created a bunch of characters as well too, or he's credited for a bunch of characters, I believe, as well within the DC universe.
Who did Transformers?
He did an issue, I believe, of Transformers, or a cover for what the fuck was it? I think it was The Dark Side of the Moon or something. What was it?
That I'm not
Sorry,
sure.
I'm like torn between Pineapple and Thoughts. It was a movie adaptation of
Okay.
the Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah,
I
Dark
can't
Side.
remember.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
pretty
yeah.
sure he worked on it in 2011, 2012, something like that.
Border
You're gonna have to Google it and pull it up.
I
But it
Dark
was
Cybertron. Or
But he
Dark
did, I
Cyber-
think it was 3 issues, like or he did like the first one or a cover for it. It's like covers or the whole issue. I can't remember. It was like 1, 4, and 3. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe after we're done looking at this, we'll check it out. But I'll say this: I'm going to play this video, and just so we can get. If you guys don't know who he is, which I see some of you already do, and you probably know better than me because I have not spent a lot of time researching a lot of the modern day artists because a lot of them just haven't caught my eye. So this is one of the guys that did. So maybe you know him, maybe you don't, but we're going to get to know him right now. I've got 2 Batman books I just pulled out of my pile that were accessible to me. Not the ones I wanted to get. I wanted to get some of the stuff that was part of the Joker War stuff. But I found some stuff here that it's just I like his storytelling. And also, sorry about the glare. I had to watch my daughter late, so I had to film this upstairs where I don't usually film it, and the light is just weird there. So I try to mess around here so you don't get too much of this weird matted glare. But I really like his storytelling. I like the way he draws Batman. He's got a slight like kind of anime feel to some of his art, especially in faces, especially in chicks' faces. I think it's got a little bit of an anime feel.
I like his style. So
I do too.
I'm just trying to see if this is a book I remember or not. That's where my brain's going right now. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. This was one of the runs that I think this was right before Joker War. Maybe it was after Joker War. I don't know. I really didn't read anything. It's just I started noticing the art and started picking up the books and flipping through them. And these 2 books aren't the greatest example of what draw me to him as an artist. That's why when got a second video we're going to watch after this of just a compilation of his work. But it's enough.
Proportioning is great.
Yeah. I love the storytelling. He's got great sensibility of angles within his shots, like that angle right there. His storytelling is great. I love his facial expressions. Again, like I said, a little bit of like kind of manga and maybe anime stuff that you might see kind of poking through in his art. I don't know because I don't know if it's something he's kind of ventured into before, but there's something about it that it's not the like 90s kind of feel that I like, but also to me it's not in my thought like a modern day shit. Like it's somewhere in between. It's unique enough that it's really it's caught my eye.
I think actually he was the one that
Thanks, Big Dog.
got into comics because of Naruto. From Naruto. I'm dead
Okay.
serious. I swear to God. So
These
yes.
days I'll branch out of my little box and check out some new stuff.
Yeah, he grew. It says Tentacle Pentacle said, "Yep, he's very influenced by." Oh, I can do this. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah,
I have
that's
power.
cool.
I have some power here. Yep, he's very influenced by manga. Grew up drawing Dragon Ball. There's an interview where he says so. Yeah, and I believe he was talking about Naruto too.
Okay, yeah, and that makes perfect sense. I mean, if you look at look, this is a manga expression on Harley, straight up manga.
Oh, definitely.
Expression, but I don't mind that. Like I've never been a hater of manga. It's just I've never collected it. I've never really paid that much attention to it because I'm just a Western comic book guy. But when I do see hints of this, like with Joe Mod and some of the other artists that kind of brought that into the Western style and kind of morphed the styles, I do enjoy it. And this is one of the artists I actually really love that does this.
Oh, that pineapple is so great. I'm sorry. Now I'm done. I just drink the juice like a pig.
Kayla's the only one that can eat on stream and eat well that I've seen. Let's see that.
I'm hungry and I don't care. So even if I'm here, I feel like that was real slobbish of me, but
Yeah,
I don't care.
There was this first book I was actually kind of disappointed when I grabbed it because there's not a lot of Batman in it. It's like a filler kind of within the story. But the next book we look at is a lot of Batman, and that's the thing I really enjoyed about how he makes characters move in this. And I know I've been rambling a little bit. I love that shot. Hold on a second.
That's gorgeous.
Love that down shot, the detail, the imagination of that like kind of clock tower room is beautiful, and the colors do a great job. I can't remember who the colorist is on this book. We'll have to look next time the credits come through. But the color does a great job. It's kind of like, I'm not a color expert, so I'm sure I'm not going to say the correct terms, but it's
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a saturated but just beautiful mood feel. I love how the colorist captured the light coming through the clock tower, how it reflects on the floor. You got the shadows in there. I mean, that really adds to this scene. And again, it's just the downward perspective in a circular room. Like that's really impressive to me.
Yeah, and your eye is drawn to that clock as well. So
Bordeaux said he's been eating pineapple too.
Yeah, I love pineapples.
Pineapple is good. It's good for you, and it makes things taste good for ladies. All right, so this face expression too is amazing. Love it. And again, okay, so here's what's weird. Here's what's weird about just looking at Jorge's work a little bit more in depth here. I wonder when he decides when to be more like anime manga with some of his facial expressions, because this is a much more Western way of drawing a female face. Yeah, like this is something more you would see like, in comics than in manga. But that Harley face was straight up like manga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like how he kind of infuses it and he just decides to do things in different areas. Like not all of his women look the same.
I wonder if it also has to do with the character itself, what he sees. What's up, Jasper? What he sees or knows about the character and what they are actually doing within the panel. And that's how he incorporates it, a combination of who the character is and the size of the panel, what they're doing in the panel. I mean, to me, that's what would make sense. I would think. You're an artist. Yeah. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, to me, that's how I would think about drawing it out.
I mean, I could definitely see that. It's just weird. Like I have my style, but it's never like kind of bounced around from character. This Harley, when you see Harley in this, has much more of a traditional like manga feel with her face. The Oracle or Barbara Gordon, whoever this character is now, modern day, has much more of a traditional comic book face, I would say.
Well, think about too, like the personality types. Oracle is a more serious character. Like the tone of this character is more serious, more intellectual, whereas Harley Quinn is supposed to be crazy and fun and out there and, just batshit.
That's a great point. That's great storytelling right there. I love that face. I'm a big believer in less is more with female faces. You can let the colors go in and add some depth, add some feel around the eyes and lighting around the nose. But I really think less is more when drawing a female face. Yeah, honey, there, girl. Exactly. El Guapo said he works in a studio with 4 other artists and colorists. He works side by side with his colorists to make sure that the color is a part of the storytelling aspect. That's awesome.
I agree. I think that's
awesome.
That's super cool, and I think that should be done because color can set a lot of the tone for your story.
1000%. Hail Insaniacs draws. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. I call everybody brother. I don't know if Insaniacs is a guy or a girl. You don't really know with that kind of name, but I call everybody brother. So I know there was a person I was calling brother for the longest time, and I found out it was a chick.
That's amazing, right there.
Yeah,
that's all right. I mean, you were just doing the whole Hulk Hogan thing, so
that's true. That's true. I want to back this up because I was rambling. Yeah, I absolutely love this.
That is amazing.
The drawing is great, but the colors are gorgeous. I love the red, the heavy reds and pinks and orange, and just like the combination of all in the background with the lights, the heavy light sources. I'm assuming cop cars or whatever. Some of the lights that's on this dude's coat, I don't know. But regardless,
they're in rain, I believe.
Yeah, I have the rain. Yeah, regardless, I mean, it's just a beautiful splash right there.
I love when a black is mixed with other shades that can be more than. So basically, black can have purple undertones. It can have blue undertones. I mean, there's a lot. I could go on forever. It's learning color theory through hairdressing when I was doing that.
There's some really awesome stuff in this book. I want to pause this for a second. Amanda B. Hail, darling. She says, Hey, brother Durst.
Hey,
Hey, brother.
Amanda.
Hey, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, the scarecrow stuff and just again, I'm not quite sure what the character, if it's a scarecrow or if it's related to the scarecrow, but whatever character he's drawn in here is dope as hell, and I love the way he depicts his character. And then the next video we see, I've got some really cool kind of like pinup stuff that he's done. Where's the pause button? Where's the pause?
This to me is like, so there's like a scarecrow in
beautiful.
Howl's Moving Castle, right?
Yeah,
This to me is like he was a fan, possibly of Miyazaki, and he watched Howl's Moving Castle, and he drew like a traditional scarecrow that could look anime-ish to an extent, but then just like the horror, like Kelly Jones jumped in and took over a Miyazaki piece. That's kind of what it makes me think of. Like,
absolutely. I love this. And one of these days I'm gonna check out those other artists. Rob says, hey, brother Kayla, and hey, brother Amanda. I think we started something new tonight in the chat. Everybody call each other brother. I like it.
I hear it in a Hulk Hogan voice.
Hey, brother.
Brother. I love the detail here, just on the face of the scarecrow, the burlap sack there, just the mouth, the thread.
Yes.
And I love like this straw hat. And who inked this and colored this? I mean, they all work phenomenally.
He inks his own work. I think he's a digital artist from what I can see with his black and white stuff. So, but regardless, like, that's what I wanted to point out. Like, detail on his mask is amazing. It looks almost lifelike, especially when you put the colors in there. It looks. I mean, I was really impressed with this. Very impressed with this. Kudos to them. I mean, they knocked this out of the park. Yeah. And that's what you want to do. If you have a page like that, let me back this up just a second, guys. So if you have a page like that.
So you're going to a left page return.
Yeah, so you go into a turn, but just design wise, it's 4 panels. 4 panels, and you got the biggest panel as the anchor panel. It's that's the money shot of that page. Not every page needs a money shot, but a scene like this, you definitely need it. He does a really good job of setting it up with kind of the different camera angles. You got a really cool establishing shot, and then you got this awesome, just kind of over the shoulder angle from the bird point of view. You see him down with Batman, and then you pull back and you see this kind of worm point of view, so to speak, as you're looking up at this character. But just the flow of the page is good, and it gets the feel of what you're trying to go through, which I'm assuming is like a nightmarish kind of thing that we're seeing here. But it just sells it so well, and you end with that perfectly drawn picture at the bottom, and like I said, that's the money shot of that page. Great first page.
Like, this is great too, though. I love how the tone changes.
Yeah. Another
from
great
this left
shot.
page to the right. The perspectives are insane.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous at these kind of perspectives, because I don't do a lot of this stuff right now because I'm not that great at it, but I'm working at it. And when I finally figure out how to do this kind of stuff, I'm going to be drawing this kind of shit all the time, because I absolutely love this kind of perspective. MB Bonner said, "What book is this?" This is a Batman book. I think this is 111 maybe. I grabbed some random books from the long Batman run he did with James Tynion. Most of them are just kind of buried there, so I didn't get a chance to look through all of them. So I just grabbed a couple that I had on hand, and that's what we're looking at here. I think this is 111. But I have not had a chance to really sit down up until now and really like go panel to panel, page to page in Jorge's work. And so I'm really enjoying doing this stream right here, because I'm kind of seeing new stuff that I haven't seen before. And it's really inspiring. Another great angle, this action everybody's going to shoot whoever chick this is, and she's dropping down in this kind of like Van Damme split as she's avoiding the bullet. Just a great way to show the action, the force perspective coming at us, and as we're looking up at the scene, and she's moving faster than everybody else. It's just with the speed lines, you can tell she's moving crazy fast. The rest of them are kind of just suspended a little bit in time. It's I love the energy of it.
No, there's a ton of energy. He's definitely very passionate, I feel, about what he's doing. And then here we go again, too, with the more animated look at the bottom
Yeah.
of that page.
Yeah, let me back up, because I definitely want to point that out, because he seems to kind of choose when he wants to do it.
It's a lot of the facial expressions and stuff I feel like he's doing and what the scene is trying to convey here.
Yeah. I
So
love it, though.
this is obvious. This almost looks like when her head's going down. This looks like the sequence of how this is going, and then the action there above. At least in the storytelling, to me, I mean, he's a phenomenal artistic. Like, what would be the word? An artistic storyteller, an artist storyteller. Like,
I mean, yeah. In general, I'd just say a great storyteller. I mean, you can be obviously different styles of being a storyteller, but he's a very dynamic storyteller. I don't know, like just. I really enjoy his panel work. I mean, it's some really, really interesting panel work there to bring the page all together. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Brett Booth, right? You know, like Brett has talked about before, like how he doesn't like to do too many standard panels sometimes because he gets bored, you know? So you could have easily made those panels just straight up and down, you know, and put the same kind of action in it, and it would have worked, but he just flows it, right? So the action comes through from the chick dropping down in the Van Damme pose or whatever kind of breakdance pose she's doing, goes into the face, and it just kind of swoops down and carries you right up onto the next page. It's yeah, I really, really dig it. MB Bonner said, "I'm just glad you didn't say boner." I almost did. I almost did. I had to read it twice just to make sure. Oh yeah, yes, yes. Visual storytelling, yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
The visual storytelling is 10 out of 10. Yeah, there we go. That's the words I was exactly looking for. So thank you, Astro Zombie, for your genius.
Green hair characters, love green hair characters. I also love this last panel too. It's just this cutout circle. I've never understood why some art, like Sam Keith used to do that kind of stuff all the time, where he would have a standard kind of rectangle panel, and then he just cut a circle out of it and put another panel. Really interesting designs. I never could understand why he did it, but every time I see someone do it, I really wish someone would explain what the idea was behind it, because I don't personally understand it as an artist. I think it's cool, it looks badass, but I don't know if there's a reason for it or if it's just something that looks cool. So I would love somebody to explain that if they knew.
To me, it fits the storytelling aspect of it, I just want to say, because I mean, I think that we're getting another different view of something, and then just look at the perspective of the hand and everything. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like what someone would see in their eye vision, I guess, or what they're looking out at that character, perhaps.
I think more like if you saw like a crosshair or something like that would make a lot of sense. Like if someone's looking through something. Regardless, though, I mean, I absolutely love it. We got Leandro in the house. Hail, brother, says Jorge Jimenez and Dan Mora are the freaking best commercial artists this generation can offer. Always said these two artists are necessary for a modern image artist evolution, if there was ever one to be. I'll agree with you, man. I'm really getting into, like, I've been into them, but I'm getting into them more as we go. Good action, love it.
Just a great, all of his perspectives and body proportions are great.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that too.
That's just cool. It's just cool. It's the best I can say. You know, like he's an artist that has really pulled me into the comic because of the art. And I don't think I've read a single word of this series. And I've heard Tinian is a great writer, and this was a fun run from people that have read it. I couldn't tell you, never read it, but the art absolutely pulled me in.
And then here, look, he's going to a more serious tone with these characters. So I definitely think it's something that he's doing that's situational and that fits the different parts within the story.
That is really interesting. I'm going to pay attention to more of that the more I look at his sequential work.
What's up, Spencer?
Going on, Spencer says, "Hail, Tentacle Pentacle." he also said, this is what I meant to get. Goff uses them a bunch.
Oh, Jeff. Jeff
Oh,
was the artist of City of Rot, and he's doing
okay.
Camp Rainbow and it. He's doing some other stuff too, but yeah, Jeff was our artist. Is our artist, I should say.
Thank you for joining us, Jamie. Great to see you. I hope your 2023 is starting fantastically. Have a wonderful night.
I love this.
Yeah, I was like, that's really all I can say. It's just, I love it. This is the kind of stuff I live for in comic books. Everyone, just give me like the double page spread, just a big action shot.
Yeah, we get crotch shot galore.
Don't like crotch. I don't care. Put it out there. Put it out there.
I love everything about this. Just everything. I love how he spread across the page too, and the way that it's colored or inked here.
Yeah.
How that was done. You get the illusion of him swooping down. It's just great like muscles too. I'm looking at the muscles right now. They're really great. And then Harley Quinn, she doesn't look too scrawny. She looks very like the perfect amount of lean muscle.
Yeah, lean. Right. Yeah, she got some lean stuff. I love what character is that? Ghostmaker? Is that Ghostmaker? I sorry guys, I don't read these books, so I don't know who these characters are.
I'm not the one to ask. DC isn't my forte.
Right, exactly. But I love the character design. I love how he draws him, and I love that like pose.
Movement.
It's a fun pose. This is fun to draw. As an artist, this is the fun kind of stuff to draw, which is why I get so into stuff like this, and it makes me excited because I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah, I would definitely draw this.
And again, the perspective.
Yeah. Jasper said Sean Gordon Murphy is great as well, works traditional. Yeah, there's stuff I enjoy of Sean Gordon Murphy's. He's a great artist. I really like his style, but I haven't really been like pulled into collective a lot of his work, I guess, if that makes sense. The Fear State run was terrible. 80% of it was retelling of the Gotham in-night video game. He phoned it in so hard with plagiarism, some characters almost too. Well, that sucks. Bat butt activate. Yes. Gotta have it. Ghostmaker. Okay, I thought it was something like that.
I mean,
hit the bat crotch. Let's go. Yeah, please the ladies out there.
We get all crotches showing right here.
That's true.
Everyone's legs are in a different position. And it looks like too, I know this is weird. So we go from so it's like kind of open to open and then to like wide open where Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I guess you get away with a little more.
Only I. Is it saying something about who's getting what in the universe? I'm just saying.
That could be.
You know?
That could be. The fighting panel in this is very. I've been giving Silvestri a lot of props for his action in the new Batman book. I'll give Jorge his props.
As you
I'll
should.
give Jorge his props for this run as well. Like his action is very good. Has a feel of realism, but also keeps the fantasy element with the striking poses like this. I love it. And this almost actually kind of reminds me a little of Magnola. Just the the heavy blacks, the kind of lack of detail like in the muscles. So we've seen him draw detailed muscles, but this piece is very, very line work. The colors fill in a lot of stuff. So that's why it reminds me kind of a Mignola kind of feel. Not that it is, what I'm saying, but just like the feel of it, the heavy blacks. I see it, or it's something I saw like when I first saw that panel. But I really love it. I love the action in it. Just a simple pose, and you got all the other characters reacting to that pose, and it just creates this just a roundhouse of fucking action with it. It's great. Yeah, Silvestri book's good, man. You're gonna love it. I think the third one comes out here, this week? Next week?
This week, I want to say.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow. I was gonna go today, completely forgot because my days are off. But I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow and see if it's there and pick it up. And maybe that's what we'll do next week. We'll take a look at it.
I love that panel too.
Yeah.
The one on the left-hand side there.
Let's see.
I love that.
Stuff. Yeah, it's great.
I love all the different face angles there. I love the body positionings on all the characters.
And again, I do kind of like, he's giving Harley a little muscle without making her
Mm-hmm.
manly,
No, she's like lean muscle. It's
Yeah.
attractive.
Hail, Mike McMahon. Good to see you, brother. Batman really wants those crooks to smell his nuts. Yeah, absolutely. Bagging all those motherfuckers is what's going on. Jay said that double page spread is a literal ball to the
Balls
wall.
to the
Balls to the wall. Yes. Yes.
ball to the wall. That's hard for me to say. Yeah, nuts.
Bad nuts. Love it. Again, great face.
Yeah.
I didn't linger on too much, but it was a really good face.
I like what he does with the glasses too, or how the colorist does the glasses.
Yeah. It's cool now that El Guapo said that they work together in the same studio. That's really cool to have that relationship right there with your colorist to kind of in the moment go over stuff. I dig that. I like the silhouettes, any kind of silhouettes, whether they're black, white, red like this. Really
I like
enjoy
the
it.
red one. That is so cool.
I don't know if there's a character looking through infrared or if it's just a design element. Regardless,
It's cool.
it's awesome. Yeah, do more of it. Bat scrotum, says Jay.
That scrotum.
Oh, yes. These two pages are great. I love the pose. Let me get a better shot here. Yeah. And, normally I don't like it when a colorist does this like blur effect. They add the blur effect there to kind of give it a little bit more of a, I don't know.
Movement feel, you would say? I think it has to do with more with the movement.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like anime, right? But with his art and everything, I like it. I like that. Some art, some colors, or whatever the effect might be, can do it overboard a little bit. But this was pretty good. It shows a hell of an impact with that punch. The pose is great. Correct. Yeah, some good shit. Bat teabag.
A bat teabag? I need to pull up the comments. Hold on. I'm missing.
This is what really I dug up. I love the city shot. I love the way he makes Gotham look in this run, and I think that was one of the things that really pulled me in when I was flipping through some of the books when I was at the comic book store a year ago when I first got into this. I saw some of these shots here with the building construction, the architecture, the coloring, and I fell in love with it. Like this, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. The next panel you're going to see, this vertical panel.
That's amazing.
I'm sure I get down to it. Is great.
Even this is great too. It's like looking through a maze.
Yeah.
The way that he drew that, his perspectives are all amazing. None of them are boring.
Yeah.
He uses a lot of dynamism.
And
I just
love
love everything.
love how you go from a far out shot here where you see the city and you see whatever craft that is, and you do a quick pull in on Batman's eyes.
I love the eye panel.
Yeah, that's I love that.
Eye panels and silhouettes. We both agree on that stuff. That's like the shit,
MB Bonner says, "Wait a minute, the bad guys have American flags on them." I did not notice. They might have. Who knows? It's modern day comics. I'm sure they have some kind of political BS in there, but I was not aware of. Dynamism, great word.
Yeah, but I have bad. I'm like Massachusetts accent. Okay, so nothing is pronounced correctly, but it's all good. You know what I meant. It's okay.
This impressed me. Just to be able to tell this scene the way it is, to have the three characters around the one character doing some medical work. I don't know what the script would look like with that, but it's a great angle to choose to fit them all in the panel. and really good with the movement, the body positioning, and everything. It looks like they're actually doing stitches or whatever they're doing. Very impressive. That's dynamicism's all right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is great.
Dynamism. Fuck it.
Dynamism.
It's however I said it the first time. You knew what I meant. It's dynamic as fuck. Like
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I like that shot.
like
Face is good. That face kind of reminds me of Joe Mad a little bit.
Yeah, no, I definitely see some Joe Mad within his work.
I really like his Batman face.
Yes.
Batman's got like the perfect scowl. You know, like to me, drawing Batman's hard. I don't think everybody can just draw Batman. You know, there's some people that draw him very well, and others that kind of just draw him. You know, I think Jorge does a great job of capturing what Batman's face should be all the time.
Well, it's like where Bruce Wayne appears more clean cut kind of looking. You want Batman to look completely opposite. You want him to look gritty, you know.
Definitely got some of that 5 o'clock shadow going on, which I always really enjoyed that when artists did that because he looks weathered, you know, like whatever he's got going on is more important than taking care of his, you know, shaving or whatever. And I dig that, you know, it says something about the character.
He's only shaving to keep up with appearances.
That's right. That's right.
And I love this. I love this. Yeah. I love a TV screenshot or like a teleprompter. I love watching how things like just how can I explain it? I just think it looks so fucking cool to do. And I like the perspective of seeing something play out for the reader in a different manner. Like am I making sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
Well, I know you that you like that kind of stuff, so you don't have to explain it to me. I get it.
Yes, Leandro, I agree with you 100%. The colorists do complement his art greatly. Absolutely.
Yep.
I like the silhouette shot down the bottom there. Like
it's great when you can find a team like that. Yeah, I really dug this.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. And again, I'll say this, guys. I understand the whole thing about the bisexual colors or whatever that people made an issue out of, or maybe still do. But there's something
bisexual color.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know.
I always took it as aura colors.
Purples in comics because it's a color that's pleasing to the eye. You know, if you go far back, 90s X-Men, 80s X-Men, you're going to find those colors all over the place. And it's just great. I mean, this is a perfect example of it just pops. Absolutely.
Purples print very well, I think. I think purples always look good. They're just like, they're a color that always looks great.
Yep.
When have you seen purple look bad in a comic book?
Never. I mean, I'm sure somebody can find something.
Like, look at that. That's like an aurora borealis in the background there. This is just a cool.
Yeah, this is beautiful color work right here. Like, I absolutely love that. Let's see if I think I try to get a better shot here. Yeah.
It's dark and ethereal looking. Just the whole page there. It's dark, ethereal, and it's almost like hauntingly beautiful at the same time in Alien. I love that.
Yeah. Like this. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Like, this is the kind of stuff that, and I think that's one of the things, like, I loved Jorge's art when I started kind of flipping through the Batman run, but the colorists also grabbed me with what they did in this work, or what he did in this run as well. I just love his choice of color palette. Bisexual Lightning is blue and purple, right? I thought it was pink and purple, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. Magenta is a primary printing color. Oh, that could be why then. That makes sense. He wants to defend bisexual lighting. Look behind him, folks. I have been accused of that before. Yes, that's true. But it looks good, and I look good, and that's all that matters, folks. Just so you know.
Let's see. We have a very Stranger Things vibe in that panel. You get Stranger Things from that? I get almost... Sure. I don't get Stranger Things from that. I get like...
I can see that. Like
I
in the
can
top
see it,
panel?
but I'm thinking more of comic book stuff. That looks very like Jim Starlin inspired, like because he had some crazy cosmic fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on Starlin, so I will say that, folks. I apologize.
No,
for that.
Starlin
Yes.
has some insane stuff. It's very cosmic looking. I think he really was one of the people that pioneered like the cosmic looking things within comic book artwork, in my opinion.
Nice.
That almost reminds me of Kelly Jones.
Cosmic. So yeah, Snake Dog's agreeing with you. I get more like cosmic stuff.
Yeah, I get more cosmic than
I can see it both. I can see it both, folks. So yeah, again, I don't know if this is a Scarecrow, like a new version of the Scarecrow, or if it's the Scarecrow's daughter. I have no idea what's going on in this book.
Is that supposed to be his daughter because they got fingernails and long hair?
I see the fingernails and long hair.
Hold up.
Character. I don't know, but it's a great design. Great design. Love
It's
it.
definitely creepy, but I'm just saying the fingernails and the. Now that you said Scarecrow's daughter, I can't unsee it. I'm sorry.
Well, when I first saw
maybe
the
it's Scarecrow. Maybe Scarecrow
cool,
had a makeover, Joe. Who are you to assume?
Yeah, it's true. That could be. It could be. That could be. So the colorist is Tomu Mori, if I'm pronouncing that right, which I'm sure I'm not.
The colors are great.
We
And
got
then next was Fear State. Interesting.
okay. We got out of 74 says, what book is this? This is one of the Batman runs. I think this was Batman 115 or 111 or something like that. But this was the James Tinian Jorge Jimenez run that they did, which included the Joker War and some of the other stuff that we're looking at. We got some more artwork that we're going to look at. This guy that I actually found on.
Look at the Batman Catwoman thing he did.
You have to find it and send it to me. I can bring it up. It might be in this collage of stuff because I just went on and grabbed a bunch of stuff because this was going to give me a little bit better sense.
It's in my shelf in my other room. I can grab it real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
While you're pulling up everything.
I'll wait till Kayla gets back to play this video, but this is I agree. It is beautiful stuff. On this channel, primarily, I cover a lot of the artists that inspired me growing up. So you see a lot of 90s content with my stuff. I don't pay attention to a lot of the modern day artists because honestly, there aren't a lot of artists out there modern day that that catch my eye. And if they do, it's not for very long. But with trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about tonight, Jorge popped in my mind. I was like, you know what? It's an artist I really like. I have not spent that much time really trying to study his art. Because one, I've just been really busy. And two, I don't go to the comic book store very often. And when I do, I don't drop a lot of money on it, unless it's Mark Silvestri. So I did pick up the Batman run that Jorge did. And I've got them all in a box down there. And so I just wanted to take a look at some of his art because he is one of the modern day artists, I'd say, even though he's been around for a little bit, I guess, that really is kind of makes me excited about comics.
I think there's something in here. I can't figure out where I put the other one right now, but this is like the wedding album for Batman Catwoman.
All right,
let's see.
I'll blow you up here. I want to show.
Finch. It's gonna take me a minute to find it. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I won't play the video until you're ready.
Because this book, they did different artists did different pieces of it.
I mean that big event where Catwoman ends up leaving Bruce at the altar.
Yeah, which I thought was, you know what? I just would like one good comic romance. I'm all for Batman and Catwoman being together because I feel that they are truly counterparts of each other.
Right.
I'm all about that. So.
Leandra said the Scarecrow is trans folks. Trans folks. Cool concept. Yeah.
That's Joel Jones.
Most Maker is bisexual. I'm not surprised. I think everybody in DC swings one way or the other, or both ways. I mean,
90% of the characters are now bisexual. For the most part.
Yeah. That's to me. That's got to be a running joke with DC. Their entire universe.
Sorry, cat's in here. Gonna let him out. What are you doing?
Leandro said you can either pronounce it Jimenez or Jimenez. I like it. Thank you for the clarification there. I'm sure I was going to get it wrong anyway. I think we're going with Jimenez. My mind says Jimenez. Is it Jimenez? We'll go with Jimenez. I said before, so I think it's a law that everyone in DC is not cis. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? Definitely seems that way. To each their own. That's why you get out, you make your own comics, folks. Write and draw your own comics. Control your own narrative. Control your own characters. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Kayla.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, shit. Sorry, my bad.
There you are. How do you get?
Yeah,
Chop, chop.
I'm trying to figure out Garcia Lopez. And like
The chat says suspense.
Fabuk Anderson, Miller Sinclair. I don't even know if this is the one I want to find.
Oh.
Art Adams, Hi-Fi. Art Adams.
Catwoman should divorce take half his billions and become a real supervillain. Isn't that what happened?
Amanda Connor. I believe this is the same artist here that is the same colorist here, Maury.
Yeah, hold
who
on.
did that book. This is the same colorist that's doing Tony Daniel.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Let me turn it off. So, hold on.
I can see it now that we're studying some of his work.
So that's the colorist there that colored that book.
Yeah, he's a hell of a colorist. Love his palette.
He is.
Great.
All right, let me put the light back on here.
Astro Zombie says Jimenez is doing the new Mark Millar series for Image, Nemesis. The art shown looks great. I will have to check that out. Thank you for letting me know. I will keep an eye out for that. Is it already in production? Is it out or is it coming out? Regardless, I will check that out. We got Charles Rivas in the house. Hail to you. Happy 2023 to everybody that's joining us now. By the way, if you haven't yet, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and also, guys, engage with me in the comments below after the show. I always enjoy that, and also it looks great on the algorithm, which is something that we're supposed to pay attention to, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna play this while you're looking for it.
It's all good. I'm hoping it's in this thing.
This is just kind of a collection of art that I grabbed from the interwebs, but I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh, this is what Jimenez is here. That's it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that. Yep. Okay.
And I love that. The body proportions, everything. I love that. That is a very, very this is powerful and very sexual. I love that.
Extremely sexual, very bondage-like.
But the facial expression on him and her, like, you can't really see it obviously like this, but he has a very stern facial expression where she looks very determined. Yeah. Like, it's like, I hate you and I want to fuck the shit out of you at the same time. That's exactly what is like. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
Turn it around and be sexual assault if it was a guy. It was actually.
There's another one too, but I don't think it's in this book. I think it's in a different book, or it might have been for a different series. This book actually has some amazing, like, for this issue, actually, like all the different variants that they did and all the different artists that worked on it. I mean, this might be worth looking at some point.
Thank you, Sheldon. We should do it. Take a video of it. We'll throw it up. I have this black and white saved. Yeah, I've got some cool. I'm just going to play this while we're talking. We don't need to analyze every single thing, but I'm just going to play this because there's some really cool black and whites in here as well. Yeah, Jasper's saying that the Maury is also coloring Nocturna.
Yeah, Nocturna. He did something for Nocturna too. That book was good. That Image book, that's a great book.
I've got the Kickstarter, behind the scenes book behind me. We should look at that sometime. And I started reading it, but I got bored. I just kind of got bored.
He has his own style, yeah. I feel, but I feel he is a very versatile artist. He does different styles. Like, if you look stylistically throughout the book, I do not feel that every page matches the same exact art style that he is showing. And I actually like that. It's funny because I was talking about a young artist that I know that I think is this is kind of making me think about his potential looking at this stuff. Because he doesn't stick to a particular style.
Right. That's a good point. That's a good point. And that absolutely is with Jorge. He definitely kind of draws what he feels at the moment, whatever kind of fits. And sometimes sometimes it can push a little manga, sometimes it pushes a little Western, but it's all badass. Like this is badass.
And it flows through smoothly too. It doesn't look sloppy. It doesn't look, just rushed. I can't explain it. It works. Everything works because it's like the art that he's drawing. I feel it's the tone of everything and the story. His storytelling is just phenomenal with the art. I can't say it enough. I cannot say it enough.
He's crazy talented. Yeah, like that. This moves it being a double page spread. This moves your eye through the page perfectly. You follow the motion of his action and his fist. You got this Joker's leg just kind of pulling you all the way across the page into these other panels where your attention would be. I don't even know what the word bubbles are in this. It doesn't matter because he did such a great job. They did such a great job of storytelling.
Silhouette. This is freaking insane.
This was beautiful. I wish I could have found a better resolution of the picture that I found online, but this was the best I could. But I still wanted to include it because just the city's great, but that's all I can say. It was just crazy amounts of detail. Just fuck. I mean, it's just, and then the colors obviously bring it all together. But look, the perspective, the depth of the city when you actually really look at it, that's impressive, folks.
It's extremely impressive. He conveys action so beautifully.
I don't know, that Joker face there is just but wicked looking face. Another crotch shot, but hell yeah.
I love this. And I love how he fit the different areas through the shape of the cape.
Yeah.
Like the panels, the 3 panels there I think it was 3. Was it 3? Yeah, it's like 1. I'm not even sure. It looks like 3 different panels. And then but it's going over. This is a double page spread.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a double page spread, so it's going over. Batman himself is going over a few different panels, but I think you got 3 on the right at least that you're kind of going through. All the stuff in the background, and then you got the cityscape in the background as well. And it goes into 3 panels here.
And again, the color is phenomenal.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love the taint shots.
That looks very anime.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
That almost looks like Attack on Titan. That looks like an Attack on Titan pose, like about to go. that literally, or it looks like it's like Son Goku.
I wish I knew who that was.
Well, that's Nightwing.
No, Son Goku.
Oh, that's Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see. I thought this was great. I have no idea who the character is. The character design is awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
And it's an awesome shot right here. Again, just kind of subtle rain, not too heavy rain, but just enough there. Colors are great. And hell of a pose.
It almost looks like that. Is that supposed to be like a scarecrow that's also like dressed like Batman in a way? Because
I don't know. Like, yeah, Sheldon's saying that Scarecrow is insane, and maybe that's Scarecrow. It's just, to me, it looks like a chick.
It does look like a chick to me.
Well, I don't think it can be Scarecrow unless it's like the Scarecrow's daughter or something like that. Whatever.
I need to look this up.
But I love the designs in the fingers, and I love that the character is wearing that like Raiden hat, instead of, and then the mask. Like the design is fun. It's a fun design. FYI, it's all digital, no letter ink used. Yeah. I was just gonna say he's a digital penciler, inker, whatever you want to call it, digital artist, which is impressive. It's impressive. Jasper's saying it's the new Scarecrow. Okay. It's Snake Dog says Scarecrow from the video
It's a
game.
new Scarecrow, so they gave him a perm and fingernails.
Okay, it says Snake Dog says new Scarecrow from the video game they used. They used that design. It is him.
Wow.
Just my opinion. I like the colors better than the drawings. Hey, there's nothing wrong there. I mean, the colors are fantastic.
No, the colors are amazing.
It's not a new Scarecrow. I'm confused. He has mastered the use of textures, zipatone to create awesome effects. Yeah, I was just going to say, we're going to see, let me hit play again here. We're going to see some black and whites coming up here pretty quick, where you're going to really see his techniques. Oh man, that
is sick.
Again, the color palette is great.
The purple again, and the green
and
again.
The purple and the green, just kind of highlighting everything.
Okay, so here. So the design is crazy. I guess he needed more hair to be confident.
The design is great. I love the design. It's like Freddy Krueger meets a Scarecrow, but he can inject a fear toxin with pricks.
Yeah.
Like that's cool.
That is really cool. That's actually very creative. The hair kind of threw me off in like some of the angles. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what is going on here? But now that you say like a Freddy Krueger,
That's what I was saying, Rick. I was like, is he trans now? I don't know. We got so here's what El Guapo was talking about. So this is some of the black and whites that I could find, and you can see the zipatone effects and the texture effects that he uses. This is the kind of stuff that digital artists can use to their advantage now, over traditional artists. I mean, there's ways to get the effect. It's just a different style of drawing, which is why I said this is not my normal kind of artist that I would get attracted to art-wise. Like it's not the normal kind of art style, but there is something about it that I deeply like, and it's intriguing to me. And I usually hate zipatone, to be honest with you. I've always kind of hated zipatone.
You don't like it?
No.
I think it depends on the color palettes for me.
Even the old school, I never was like huge fans of the zipatone.
I don't mind it. It just depends on the color palette for me, and if it fits the tone of the story, I would say.
Jay says, how the hell does he eat a burger? Good question.
He injects it and he feeds off the fear. Come on now.
That's sick. And again, a lot of zipatone. And this is actually specifically taken, I think, from Batman Black and White. I think, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think some of this stuff is actually from the black and white books they did.
There's so many of them.
So it's designed to be black and white. You can see the way he draws it. We got Past Master Dan says, I've never had a platonic relationship with a comic. Should try it sometime. It's awesome. Yeah, I dig the black and white stuff. Yeah, it's an interesting texture there. I don't have enough knowledge with the effects that you can use digitally.
It looks like it's some kind of digital paintbrush for sure.
Yeah. But it's really interesting. Really interesting. I love zipatone. Janice used it great on Miller DD. I just never liked it, man. There's just something I never liked about it. I still don't like about it.
This almost reminds me of Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh yeah, look at that. That is cute.
That is fucking insane.
He draws the creepiest version of the Scarecrow, and it's good because the Scarecrow should be creepy and not so much goofy. I've seen some really awesome Scarecrow designs coming from the video games, coming from like modern comics, but like I really enjoy that shot. Like that is creepy as fuck. I love it.
The use of the heavy blacks like that.
Yeah.
Works very well, I think, when you want to convey a character that's very terrifying. It almost reminds me of when I was a kid, like there's this book, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh, yeah.
It was like all black and white, and it was just kind of very dark and
I
like that.
remember. I
Yeah.
remember. I thought you were gonna say like when you actually saw like shadow people. I've seen a shadow person before when I was a kid. Didn't have eyes like that. It was fucking creepy.
We probably have. I think we all have seen some kind of supernatural aspect or element within our lives. I love that. That is
Yeah.
amazing. Oh my God, his perspectives.
I think this was, if I'm not mistaken, his first Batman cover.
Really?
I could be wrong on that. Like when I wasn't reading his Batman stuff yet, and I was just seeing him post because I followed him on Instagram. I swear he posted this one day, and I thought he said, "This is my first Batman cover." So I don't know if this is when he started the run or not, but regardless, if it is or isn't, it doesn't matter. Like it's beautiful. You know, the color version is great too. Just again, his texture work is interesting to me. You know, like if we have digital artists out there that watch this later or in the chat right now, maybe you can explain a little bit more about the actual effects and stuff they're using. And I will say that digital art does kind of intrigue me sometimes with just trying new stuff. You know, I'm a traditional artist, just the way I like to draw. I digitally do some things every once in a while, but seeing stuff like that makes me kind of interested in looking at some of the effects.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great. The background is interesting how he did that in the black and white, like straight gray tone. And it kind of you get less color in the buildings as it gets closer. It's interesting. Scarecrow in the very background, it's cool. The posing is great.
He has some movement. How the movement is conveyed, it's like this
Yeah,
of the page. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you see how everything? I mean, obviously they're trying to convey that there's some wind or something there because of how everyone's capes flowing this way and here.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like
And the
how your
material
eyes
stuff.
move across it. It moves with it, and then it just goes up to the Scarecrow character.
I like how it's just the perspective is we're looking right down and the characters bleed off like this
Yes.
instead of everybody straight at us. You know, like the perspective is bleeding off. I think that's really cool in a group shot. Yeah, that's great. We have a $4.99 super chat from Sheldon. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. It says, "Is this the first show of the new year? Happy New Year!" It is. Happy New Year to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, bro, you got to use Procreate. I used to back in the day. I got it mainly for coloring though. When I was messing around with it. Now, if I do anything digital, it's through Clip Studio. I haven't really messed around with too much of their textures, but I think I will say that I do like some of the textures that Procreate has, and that's primarily from some of the stuff I used when I would do like color work with some of the stuff I was working on. Yeah, you got Grifter there. I saw somebody say, again, I don't agree with it. Get him the fuck out. Get him in his own universe. Doesn't belong. Love him. This reminds me of a Jim Lee cover. There's a cover of Batman and Nightwing running that Jim Lee drew, or it's a pinup or something. It's almost exactly like this. I think their characters are swapped, though. I think Batman's on the right and Robin's on the left, or Nightwing's on the left. But regardless, it's cool. I always like this kind of running pose at the camera.
It's definitely a very superhero pose. I noticed too his artwork to me.
It's great.
It's not clean, but it's not too raw and gritty. It's like a happy medium.
Yeah.
Very well balanced.
Hail B Rose.
Hail B Rose.
Good to see you, brother. How's Cerebrum doing? Looking forward to that. Yeah, I to me the pose, this pose done could be kind of silly if you don't do it right, because you have such a straight leg coming at you. But if you do it correctly, it looks great. And this was done correctly. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Here's that black and white one. I talked about that earlier. Yeah, let me pause that.
Wow.
It's kind of interesting. Instead of doing a lot of rendering, he does a lot of almost kind of wash work.
Yeah, that's
he does the inks.
Interesting. It's like he adds the texture through his, like that kind of paint stuff. It's like literally like watercolor. It looks like almost watercolor or ink smudges, to be honest. But that's how he creates the illusion of texture, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting seeing these black and whites.
I feel like is he mainly if he's digital, is he mainly doing digital paintings of comic art?
Maybe he could do like loose line work and then just kind of do like a painted kind of rendering style.
Yeah.
The outline of everything, and then you just go in with all these textures and stuff. That could possibly be the way. Jay said the knee looks way off though. Let's go back and look because
The knee where? Here or the knee here?
They got the Batman knee, you got Robin's knee.
Well, that's a knee and a foot. That's supposed to be the tip of the foot underneath the knee and Robin. Batman's leg, I think, is more in the air, and I think it's more backwards. Because if you scroll up to the top of Batman for a second. Yeah, see, his leg is all the way supposed to be behind the cape. So you can see his leg here.
Yeah, I don't know if she was talking about the front knee or the back knee.
The front knee, it's the angle, and I think this is, well, I can't take like a thing, but that's knee there, and that's thigh muscle, and then he's doing the calf into the boot. Yeah,
to me, I think it's a technique with the knee. I've seen Brett Booth kind of do the same thing. I almost wonder if it's like a manga thing. I don't know, because Brett Booth does like some manga stuff every once in a while, but Brett will do a lot of the thigh and stuff will be very thick. The muscles will be thick going down, and you get to this like really kind of skinny knee, and you get this like little chunk break, and then you go into the calf.
Okay, so they're saying it's long at the knee joint. Okay.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah, it is definitely, and I think it's to show more. It's a way of. I think it's a foreshortening technique in a way.
Yeah, and it's if you look at a lot of artists, how they draw legs or whatever. I mean, a lot of times a leg is way longer than it would normally look in real life. Like the muscles, the thigh muscles, and all that are going to be. It's almost like the Art Adams effect. Art Adams came on the scene. He drew very long thigh to knee, and a lot of the image guys kind of copy that as they went. But I think it's just, and it's what I call the exaggerated realism, right?
Yeah, it's
like it's not correctly drawn like perspective wide perfectly, but it's an exaggerated kind of position that shows length and it kind of shows like this. In my opinion, what was the word I'm looking for?
It's stylistic exaggeration, pretty much.
There you go. We'll go with that. Stylistic exaggeration says Bordeaux.
See, look at Bordeaux. Bordeaux.
You guys are like right on the same page there. Jay says it throws me off. That's all. No, I feel you. It's I think it's all just the difference in artistic styles as artists or as fans of art. There's some people that really like this stuff. Some it bothers some people. So absolutely, I don't think there's any wrong answer there.
Okay, so
yeah, if you look at his midsection here, that is pretty much paint rendered there, just with the heavy wash and the texture there. There's really no hard line detail like I would draw, so that's pretty cool.
No, only a little bit of cross hatching in the ab area there, I see, or if that's even a cross hatch that looks more like you took a line and went like this.
Yeah, but yeah, mostly you just kind of went in there with looks like two different style brushes or whatever. It's pretty cool.
That's what Tentacle Pentacle is saying here. He said that the textures are mostly brushes you can find in any drawing app, Photoshop, Clip Studio, etc.
All right, I'll have to pay a little bit more attention to that. That's cool though. It's cool to see someone use them in this way. I don't think I've seen an artist use them like this. But again, I don't spend a lot of time looking at digital artists black and whites. And when I do, a lot of times they're digital artists that don't seem to know what they're doing. It doesn't look correct. But like someone that knows how to draw like this, it uses it correct and looks fantastic.
To me, what it looks like it looks like all of his. It looks like he starts out, like you said, loose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks like he forms the shape with almost like a water, like almost like a painting. Like he forms the shape and then he goes in and lines everything to put the shape together.
Yep. I
So,
could definitely see that. I would love to watch this guy draw just to see how he does it. I think it'd
I'm
be really
curious. Like, I kind of want to go and see if he has himself like drawing live on
yeah.
something.
Find something on YouTube. If he's got something, we'll pull it up real quick. We got Jacob in the house. He says, "Who's Jorge Jimenez? Is he any good?"
Oh, he's great.
I think he's great. Yeah, that's he's all over the place. There's some people in the chat can tell you the stuff he's working on now that know him a little better than me. He's an artist I just kind of got into last year, and I really only know him on his Batman run. But I really enjoy his stuff, and this is the first kind of like really in-depth breakdown that I've been doing with his art. And so, I'm pleased that so many people know him, so that we can actually have a good conversation. You guys have provided me with some really cool answers out there while kind of getting this deep dive going. Oh, Max Santiago, hail, brother, good to see you. Says he has videos on YouTube. Sweet.
I think I just found one, so
If you get a chance, share your screen, and we'll, if you can. Otherwise, I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that this is what it is, that it's not, anything else.
Okay. Yeah, Jasper said Super Sons. He did Super Sons. He did Batman. There's some Mark Millar series.
Okay, yes, it is him. All right, so we'll play this.
Okay, yeah, share it, and after this video is done, it's almost over. We'll pop that up.
Absolutely.
We'll watch him draw and see him do his thing. This is gonna be fun.
And then
yeah, I've just been really, really impressed and really become a fan of. It doesn't mean I'm gonna go out and buy every single thing he does, but I am a fan of his work for sure.
I like it. I really like that his art style is kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's different, but the same.
Yeah, I dig it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's different. He matches his art style to fit the certain tones of the book. It's interesting, and I think it works very well.
Now I'm gonna have to go out and get some other stuff because I'm interested. I remember his Super Sons run.
Yeah,
I never got any.
Superman run too.
I should go out and get some of that.
Teen Titans.
Oh, he did some Teen Titans.
He did all new X-Men and Amazing X-Men, not the whole run, certain issues, I want to say, are covers.
Share that video down there. I'll pull it up.
All right, let me see here.
Let's watch this guy do his thing. This will be fun.
Screen. Share audio.
Yes.
Window, entire screen, Chrome tab.
Sheldon said that David Lynch said Jimenez is one of the best artists in the business. High praise. That is high praise.
Okay. Should I mute this or unmute this?
Just lower the. Well, yeah, just mute it.
Okay.
Unless he's talking. Actually, just let it play for a second. Let's see if it's music or.
The music here.
Yeah.
I can't do this music though.
Yeah, I was just going to say
that music.
Yeah, mute that. Is his work better than mine? It looks like it's better than mine.
So I wonder what he's doing here. If we can find more of that.
That's impressive to draw that without an underlining. Can you back that up?
No, there is no underlining. It looks like he's just sketching little bits.
Yeah, can you back that up to the face?
The shapes and everything. He's just he takes a shape and flows with it. It looks like. Hold on. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you just started with the eyes, nose, and lip.
Well, the eyes and the lips are the most important parts when drawing a woman's face, I think.
100%. Yeah, you just put that. I mean, that's impressive. Like I draw with underdrawing. I've never really tried to not draw with the underdrawing. It's probably maybe easier in digital because you have such of ease of backing and erasing and all that kind of stuff than with a pencil. That's cool.
I'm hoping it isn't freezing on my end. I just put myself off the camera, so we'll like
No,
run
you're fine.
smoother. There we go.
Bordeaux, that's how I do. Nice. Yes. Get out of the way of this art. Let's watch this dude do his
So he's
thing.
playing with a lot of different line weights too, it looks like, and nothing. See, he doesn't, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And I actually like
Art
that.
doesn't- Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, sometimes stuff that's not perfect keeps the energy. Than something that's just like so clean and perfect.
Again, he's starting with the eyes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, that's usually once I start to render, it's always start with the eyes first.
I like how he did that shoulder part and the neck. Did you see that?
Yeah, back it up again. I was reading past Master Dan said Ethan just throws a few blue lines and he's off and running. Yeah, I've seen that. That's impressive too. Ethan is a hell of an artist, man. Wrong. Boobs are the most important thing when drawing a woman's face. Yes, 100%. Boobs are the most important thing. I'll give you that. Boobs and eyes. Boobs and eyes. I love how when you're drawing a female's lips, actually, even when you're drawing a male's lips, you don't necessarily have to connect every single line. That was something I saw Jim Lee talk about quite a bit, that your eye will fill in what's not there naturally. So he uses a lot of lines that don't necessarily connect with each other, but your eye fills it in. Obviously, the colorist helps a lot with that as well. I've noticed that a lot. But Jim Lee, when he draws eyes, he won't draw the bottom line of the eye.
I love watching drawing videos. I'm so relaxed right now.
Yeah, I dig this. Let us know, chat, if you guys like doing this. We might look at some drawing videos every once in a while. There's some really awesome Mark Silvestri videos out there of him drawing that would be absolutely sick to EFAP.
Art Adams videos.
Oh, get smart. Yeah, I'd do that. There's some really cool Joe Benitez videos out there where he does like Copics and color works and stuff. And he does like some fantastic. Yeah, that'd be. Maybe we'll start doing some of that, guys. Maybe we'll start doing some of that if you guys want to. I think that'd be fun.
I love like watching all of this. I wonder what it would be like in real time, because this is obviously sped up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder how long this actually took.
I don't know. I'd say still pretty a decent amount of time, even though there's not a shit ton of like detail. There's still a lot of design detail in this.
That little, see, that's the one thing about digital. I think it's like a little cheat. You can just drop whatever in there.
Yeah.
But see, it's like, to me, this is like a good combination between a very raw art style and a very clean art style. Because it's not perfect by any means, but it's not like completely gritty. Like even on his women, I'm looking at the lines that he's using. Those are not exactly very clean lines.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's not like a ruler where you're trying to get the exact shape of like the goggles or whatever. It's got a little bit of naturalness to it, which I do appreciate. Sometimes you can get really stuck into using your circle tools and your all the stuff to make something look perfect, when honestly you don't really need it all the time. You don't even need it all the time on buildings, to be honest with you. It depends on like what style you're trying to draw. But if you look at Silvestri's new book, which I'm sure we'll look at next week, look at the building work in that. Like it's all raw. None of the lines are all perfect. Bordeaux said cheat ultimately weakens the artist's mind. Maybe, I mean, if you know how to do it though, if it's already something you know how to do and you can do, look, all that is in traditional, you would just make those lines and then have to sit there and fill it in, With this, you just kind of make the lines and then paint bucket it in or whatever. So yeah, it is a cheat, and it could be bad if somebody's picking up bad habits of how to draw. But if somebody knows how to draw, they know how to do the cheats and they know how to do it well. Because I mean, you can do cheats in traditional art as well. So I get what you're saying.
What he's doing with the hand is crazy to me right now. Because that just looked like, I don't know.
Jasper asked if Deadly Duo 3 is out tomorrow. I think I lost track over the holiday and the New Year's. I lost track of what day it was there for a while. I think this is the week it comes out. I'm going to go to the comic book shop tomorrow to see if it is. And if it is, we'll go over it next week. Like I said, we said we would go over that book every time it comes out, give you guys a week to get it, so no spoilers, and then dive into it the week after. Yeah, this is really,
This is amazing to me. I'm just like, huh. Oh, so now he's all right. Okay. So this is what.
Interesting.
What was that? What was that called?
I don't know. Some kind
I thought he was going to drop like, oh, it's like a Zipatone.
I was going to say like a Zipatone.
So wasn't that what Sal was talking about when he was on the show? How people can just drop in like the Zipatone now and everything?
Yep, this is what he was talking about, yep. Because back in the day, you actually had to cut it out, paste it, peel it off. Actually, did you peel it off? You just left it on. I might have just left it on, I don't know. That's interesting, though. And all the different adjustments.
To do the shadowing. That's, wow.
Max Santiago said it doesn't come out tomorrow. That sucks. I was getting all excited. That's very cool. See if you can find does he have another one? Does he have another one that's like,
yeah, hold on. Let me find one of like
I would love to see.
Yeah, Zipatone. Let me find it. I'm trying to think of, all right, YouTube.
While she's looking for that, guys, so once Sean gets back, we're going to start doing Ott and Stuff again. On Thursdays, we're going to do it on this channel instead of the old Ott and Stuff channel, just because this has more followers on this channel. And the old channel, I think, was, if we took this long of a break and went back to the old channel, I don't know if people would come back, but we'll at least get it started here. We're going to start doing it on my channel Thursday nights. Ott and Stuff is going to be coming back, hopefully within a few weeks. That's what I'm hoping. But it might be a little bit longer. But I talked to Sean today, and it seems like we're getting ready to get up and rolling with Ott and Stuff again. So I'm looking forward to that, guys, and getting Sean back on here is going to be awesome. Where's Sean been? Sean's mother passed away in October. I can't remember now. But yeah, so he took a long break to take care of his mom there for a while, and then obviously had to deal with the aftermath of that. But he's getting stuff together, and gonna hopefully be getting back into the scene, which I know he's getting excited about. He's getting excited about getting back on stream, about getting back into Type 1, which hopefully will be launching here first quarter of the year. We'll see. That Sal Regal, Regal. I said the old name I used to.
He is Regal now.
Helped a lot. Yeah. Somebody that's an expert at their craft like that, it's really awesome to see them come on and talk about it. We're going to get Sal back on. Sal's going to become a regular throughout the year. And when I say regular, just whenever he's got a chance, he's going to pop on. He likes coming on. He loves doing almost the kind of tutorials or the how-tos. And we really dig it too. And it seems like the chat digs it. I think we're going to do a live inking demo with him coming up. We're trying to get it set up for some time when he's got time. And he's going to be doing a Page of Reaper Destroyer on the live inking demo. So keep an eye out for that coming up. Hopefully, the soonest I can make it happen, I will. It depends on his schedule.
That's so awesome. All right. I found something.
Okay, here we go. Pull this up.
I can. So this is him drawing.
Traditional drawing. I like it. Good old-fashioned drawing.
Well, I got to see. I have to see, wow,
no underline again. No underdrawing again, just straight. Again, this is sketches, so, you might be able to get away with that with doing sketches. I would love to see him draw, like, an actual comic book page to see what his technique on an actual page was. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. I know that when you're doing sketches at a con, you can be a little bit looser and not worry about it too much. and just kind of go at it. So that might be the difference there. I don't know.
No, you definitely
Yes, Sal is an awesome inker. I'm excited to work with him on doing this page. I picked out the page already, and hopefully when we get it worked out and be a live inking demo, we can all watch him ink a page of Reaper Destroyer. I think that would be sick as hell.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, he told me that he and Marat were talking about some stuff. So it'll be interesting. I know right now he's really enjoying working with Brett on his stuff, but if he's got time, he's taking other work. And I think he did mention something with Marat. Is this sped up?
No,
I was gonna say, I almost feel like this is live. Oh, not
this
live.
is live.
Real-
Yeah,
real
it's
time.
San Diego Comic Con. It says.
Yeah. What I like about this, if this isn't sped up and this is actually real time for the video, which
Look how
usually that be
fast his fucking hands move. Like,
yeah, whoever you see the symbol down in the bottom right, that guy's channel, he gets like all those con videos. It's like V something A, I don't know, whatever. Usually he doesn't speed them up. Usually they're real time because he gets like beginning to end. But yeah, I was just gonna say what's cool about this, if this is real time, I love how his hand is almost constantly moving.
it's basically always on the paper until he finds
Yeah.
his spot.
You know, especially when he's doing the initial sketch there, just kind of just keeping the energy, keeping it flowing. That's something I've heard Mark Silvestri talk quite a bit about as well.
It's at 1.5 speed, Jay Desolitzel said.
Okay, I was going to say it seems like it's a little sped up. It seemed like it was a little bit more than real or.
I
normal
honestly
speed.
can't tell. I mean, all I know is that he's working fast. So if that's at 1.5, that means that this took him 10 minutes to do.
Yeah, I can see it. Doesn't look like he's going crazy detail, but just it's a very good drawing. Snake Dog said, honestly, I'd love to see Jimenez on a Spawn or a Spawn book. That'd be cool. Looking out for that Spawn, King Spawn. Honestly, like besides Brett Booth, Todd needs to get some better Spawn artists. Just my personal opinion. I might collect some of the other titles if I like the artists that he chose on those books. You could always slow it down 1.5 and it would be like in real time on your end.
Can I? Let me see. Settings. Playback speed is at normal. Oh, I actually fixed my quality to 180p.
Oh,
right? That might help. Wow. I always forget there's a thing called quality. Remember I was streaming in like 480?
Yeah, you can bump that. VZA, thank you, Sheldon. VZA.
All right. So then the playback speed is at normal. So what do you want me to put it at?
Click it for a second. Let me see. So you can go slower. You can go to 0.5, 75. It might be a little bit more of a normal speed.
That looks too slow.
That's too slow. That's too slow. Maybe 75. Yeah.
That still looks slow.
Yeah, might not be able to correct it. Whatever.
But
Just
it might be normal because.
Yeah, go back to normal. I was just wanted to experiment there for a second.
It's okay. I'm all for learning.
That was cool though. I dug that. I love guys. I love watch guys. Yeah, don't clip that. I love watching guys do con sketches. There's a lot of fun energy in watching them just freely work. You know.
Let's see if there's another one.
Yeah, let's watch one.
All right, here we go.
You guys enjoying this? I mean, I'm
enjoying this.
I love, this kind of stuff I absolutely love. Haven't lost anybody yet, so.
So this is 2016. So now we're going back. The other one was 2020. This one's 2016.
Okay. Any style. I'm gonna have to try drawing like that one time just to see if I can. Just to see if I can. Start with the eyes, nothing else, and then just draw from there. Let me do it one of these days. Bordeaux said he's been waiting for Todd to call him. I know, man. Me too. Me too. Snake Dog says, I feel like Javis on Kingspawn. Jumped. Where'd it go? I love Javis feel in Kingspawn. I also really like Carlos style and Spawn. Scorch art, not so much. Yeah, I just have not been able to get into any of the other titles artistically, except for Gunslinger. Not that it's horrible art; it's just not the kind of style I like.
Kingspawn, I think, is pretty dope. The art in it.
Is it the same artist that was from issue 1 on?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the trade.
You guys are all saying it's dope. I might have to go back and give it a second chance.
It's,
the regular Spawn artist, though, I know I don't like.
I think it's Sean Lewis is the one that does it.
Okay. I'll give anything a second chance. If you guys are convincing enough to say that I need to check it out, check it out. Maybe
wait. Brett Booth did a Kingspawn. I think it's a bunch of illustrators. Sorry, Sean Lewis is a writer. I want to say, I think, I know Todd illustrated something. I think Philip Tan does art. Steven Segovia. I'm trying to think.
I love his style.
Someone Fernandez or Fernando. I can't think of who. I know Brett Booth, I think, did one. And then another name that I think it was like some Japanese name or some type of Asian name. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. This
is so cool. I'm just glad you were talking there for a second so I could get lost in the drawing. But yeah, if you guys, I feel like you guys kind of dig this. So we might have a show every once in a while where we do an EFAP of artist drawing. And I've got a ton of artists in mind because I've spent so much time over the last few years scouring YouTube for live art, like con sketches and things of that nature, especially about the guys I like. Silvestri, like I said, Joe Benitez has some cool stuff. I think Philip Tan's.
Shit. They have cool Arthur Adams drawing Dark Phoenix.
Out there.
There's a ton of Arthur Adams one. Holy fuck. Nope. We are looking at some Art Adams at some point, Joe.
Yeah, like this is what we'll do. All right, everybody. I've made up my mind.
We need to look at Art Adams.
We'll do a new segment. What's going on? It'll be a new segment on here instead of just appreciating comic book art. I think this is cool. I think people dig it. They like it when Sal comes on. We'll do a show every once in a while where we watch an artist or maybe a couple artists draw. If it's a real-time video, or if it's a sped-up video or whatever, and we'll do that. I think it'll be cool. Be cool.
I think it will be awesome. And I also think too, it's very interesting to watch people draw because you pick up on their techniques or you see things about their style that you could possibly replicate, or it can give you an idea of how to create something on your own.
Yeah, 1,000%. I honestly, some of my skills and abilities or leaps that I took from when I started drawing again in 2016, over the years was due to me sitting down and watching so many of these artists draw, and you could see the techniques that they would use. You could see how they would, render out certain things. And visually for me, that stuff is much more helpful than reading it in a book. So, I would just watch. It was like mental reps, I didn't really do any physical drawing. I just sat there and watched hours and hours of these guys draw. And it almost helped, when I went to draw the next time, I felt like I'd become a better artist just from that, so it's a lot of benefit to watching somebody draw. So we'll do that coming up.
That's literally, I think, one of the things from working a lot of Comic Cons and being around people that were drawing live in front of me and recording people drawing and everything. I think that's one of the things that has made me great at editing someone's artwork, at least being able to walk them through what I think could be done just from watching, because I'm not an artist, so I don't have artistic technique, but I could describe to someone what they need to fix visually. Or does that make sense?
It makes 100% or 100%. Sorry.
So Jay Desolate Souls is saying that, so you're a visual learner. To you, Joe. I'm actually not a visual learner. I'm a hands-on learner. That's how I have to learn.
You know, I
I
consider
can
myself.
watch something, but I can't until I do it with my hands. I can't learn that way. I have to do it like hands-on. So.
I consider myself probably both. Definitely learn by doing it, but I've always also been able to just kind of mentally take in something and learn that way as well. Before we get out of here, guys, last time I streamed, I showed you some t-shirt stuff that I was working on. So I was going to do it every stream to end the stream to show you guys some ideas for t-shirts, and I'm going to do that right now. I didn't stream last week, so I ended up just posting some stuff up on Twitter. Got a lot of cool reactions from it, but I'm going to bring it up here. As I said, this is what we were going to be doing. Joe, do you listen to music? Yeah, all the time. Music, or, I'll listen to stuff on YouTube, whether I'm listening to a documentary or, whatever I might just be in the mood for. Sometimes I can just jam with music. Sometimes I can just listen to a really cool documentary about angels and demons or something and just draw. But I need something to be there. Like, I can't just draw in silence. I have to have something. Just, I don't know why. It helps me get in the zone, and once I get in the zone, we just cook. We just absolutely cook.
I like that.
Oh yeah, okay. So let me get to my other page here. So this was one of them. I don't have any Zoom. This is just me grabbing some stuff off of Twitter because I didn't upload anything to my computer. But this was I uploaded this off my iPad up here. So this is one of the designs. Just kind of same kind of concept. We take the Dale Keown variant cover design and just throw it in this kind of just all red effect and put it on a black T-shirt. I thought it looked pretty badass because black and red look badass together, and that looks really cool. I like how the whites of the eyes kind of pop out.
I would cut that shirt up like in a really dope way, and I'd probably lace the sides up. It would look good. I'd cut the sleeves off. I know exactly what I would do to a shirt like that because I cut the majority of my oversized shirts. I cut them up all different ways because I'm weird like that.
That's not weird at all. I said when I used to be in music, there quite a bit of girls would cut shirts up because when bands created shirts, they're usually just like guy styles. There were hardly any girl styles because you didn't sell as much. So
I
girls
like to fringe stuff. I like to fringe stuff and cut the neck off of everything or cut a V. I like the off the shoulder kind of oversized tee look.
Yeah. Past Dan says Dale effing Keown. Yes. Zaid says Kayla Macho gonna macho size it.
I do. That's my thing. Macho Man is my inspiration. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Phil said it. Hi, Phil.
This was the other design I came up with. This is the one of the cards for the campaign drawn by Chauncey Blakey and colored by Dan Kemp. I absolutely loved it, and I thought it would look badass on a T-shirt, so I kind of threw a mock together. I like the way it looks.
I'd want it on a bag. Me personally. I would like a bag with that on it. Like a bag. Me. Just for me, myself.
Well, if you ever need the image, you let me know. I can get you the file.
Yeah, that would be sick.
And someone also said something about the ash can cover, putting that on there. And a lot of these things are just mock-ups, quick mock-ups, ideas. I'd go more in depth if it was actually chosen to be a T-shirt. So what I'm doing here is to end the show over the next few weeks, however long. I'm going to show some mock-up design ideas I'm going to do for T-shirts. And then I want to kind of boil it down to maybe 5 T-shirts and then boil it down to 2 or 3 and then go with those designs on the store that I'm setting up. I'm going to be setting up a Superior Press store for people to get merch. And I want to do it separate of the campaign because I don't want you guys to have to wait if you back the campaign to whenever the campaign comes out to get the T-shirt. Plus, I don't want to have to go through the hassles of trying to ship T-shirts along with comic books. So I'm going to put a store together where I have merch on there, shirts or whatever. I might try to sell the rest of the ash cans, whatever I might end up putting up there.
Could do an ash can T-shirt combo.
Good. Yeah, we'll figure out something when it comes to the combos. And again, it's not going to be like a campaign. I'm going to go out and I'm going to invest my own money into getting these an inventory of these shirts. And that can be great. But we're going to start out with just a little bit to see how they sell. And I'm going to pick the 2 or 3 most popular designs, and we're going to go with those. once I get that up and running. So that's one of the goals for early this year that I'm trying to do. This was another one by Booty Juice.
I love that too.
And just like have the name on the back, Reaper Destroyer on the back or something.
You know what I want?
What?
A Reaper Destroyer band style t-shirt.
Yeah, Kayla brought that up, and
I'm like, I literally want like it to look like a band t-shirt in the front, meaning you're probably gonna have to design something completely fucking new, but then do the back, like instead of tour dates, do it either enemies or just something, whatever that has to do with the comics. I think that would be sick. You know?
Yeah, you had mentioned that to me a while. I do think it would be really cool. I got to figure out how to actually
And
do
it makes sense because you are in a
things.
band. Music is one of your passions as well too. I'm just saying, it would be fucking cool.
It would be cool. We're definitely going to do it. I had to request for possible white shirts, so I threw together some white shirt ideas. This is a Vanessa white shirt, and on the back would just have like a red Reaper Destroyer. But this is also from the card set. Just boom. I thought it fit too because I had a white background anyway. Yeah, that would kind of be like the mock-up on the back or whatever, just Reaper Destroyer. Someone said like you should just do the sketch cover of Dale Keown on a white T-shirt. And I was like, that's an interesting idea. So I put a mock-up together to see what people liked. I actually do dig it. Just a white T-shirt with a gray.
I think it would look better on gray.
Interesting. I'll have to mock
On a
up
heather color gray. I think that would look a lot better than on the pure white like that. I like the Vanessa t-shirt so far best on the white just because of the colors that are on the card in the background and everything.
Yeah, I thought those looked really good too. Shirts should come with Reaper Destroyer business cards with a Q code that links to the Indiegogo campaign. So when people ask about Reaper, we can hand them out. Oh,
so that's what I did with your ash cans because you have cards made. I packed them with your ash cans when I put them out.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I could every shirt sale, I could make sure there was a bunch of stuff in there. And if you wanted to so hand them out, if you bought it, that's a good idea.
Instead of a tag, it could be on the tag. Instead of like a normal tag or a business card, it could be on the tag. So you would have the QR code there on the clothing tag that has the size on it. And it, obviously I feel that you're not going to do a t-shirt and it would be fairly easy for you to design a tag and put a QR code on it.
It just depends on, I would have to actually talk to the shirt guy about something like that. But I wonder if just getting the QR code on a t-shirt in a stylized way would work too.
As someone that scans QR codes all day, it probably would not hold up.
No? Okay.
Any bit of wash, any fade in it, any line that goes through it the wrong way, I don't see it going on. You could definitely make tags yourself. And wait, are you having someone else distribute the tags? Like distribute the shirts, sorry.
No, I'm having my old t-shirt guy that did the stuff for the band. I'm going and having him do it because he's actually got a pretty big independent business he runs. And I know the quality, I know the person, so I'm just going to go back to him with my business. We've already been talking about it. I just don't know if he can do anything with a tag.
Oh, with the tag, all you would have to do is order the tags, right? And then he would have to get a tag gun, which they cost $10. And then this stuff, the plastic that goes in it, and just stick it in it like this.
Interesting.
You put it right through the hole in the tag. You can punch the hole through the tag. I know because that's how I had to tag t-shirts at the comic shop.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. Curious as how a reverse color sketch would look on a black. Yes, I'm going to mock something up like that because I think it would look badass. I have a version of the reverse sketch somewhere on my iPad because obviously I do that with a lot of stuff anyway, just because a lot of things can look cool with just the negative version of something, And I've got it somewhere, and it does look pretty cool. I think that would look badass on a black T-shirt. 100%.
You could do it neon colors instead of like white negative. You could go neon, like a neon color on a black.
Yeah.
You're like, what? It could work. Like, you think about it. If you did you could do like a green or something. It would look good, I think. Then again, I'm a woman, and this is like what I would do stylistically, so I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
here
that's
wearing bright
something
yellow, so
like I would assume that most of the buyers probably male for these.
yeah. So you could probably white on the black, but I could get a white shirt and I could dye it lime green with some RIT. It would take me all of 10 minutes, and then to dry it,
Interesting.
the
Very-
white would pick it up, and it would look dope. I could even make a glow in the dark.
Ugh,
You're like, what
so many
the fuck?
ideas. So many ideas. What is this all for? This is for Reaper Destroyer, which is my campaign. It's my comic book I have up right now on Indiegogo, in demand. This is my baby. I've been working on it for really. I created the character back in 2006, so quite a while. Just got back into comic books about 6 years ago, and living a dream of making my own comic book. It's all thanks to you guys, and working with some of the best talent in the industry as well, like Dale Keown and Chance Wolf, Joe Chito, Matt Bat Banning, Joe Weems, Chance Wolf. I said that already. He's doing some ink work as well as doing some of the logo work for the Reaper Destroyer Dale Keown Hit homage version, and a couple other guys I've been bringing onto the project too that I don't want to talk about just yet. But when I get a chance to and announce it, I think it's gonna be really cool. This is my 90s book, 90s action, sci-fi, thriller, fantasy, as Kayla told me. It's actually a little bit more.
Does have fantasy elements in it, absolutely.
Oops, sorry. I already read that. Back here. Sample pages here. You can see some of the stuff that's already 100% done. I just finished about half of the book penciled. So we're right on target with this book. I'm going to be kicking it into high gear here as well, just to make sure we can try to get this out on time. I'm not quite sure of the ink pages. The ink pages are still kind of coming slow, so are the colors, but I'm going as fast as I can with the pencils to get this thing out, and it's looking good. I'm really liking how the book's looking. The story's coming together. Ooh. You guys want to see a new page before we get out of here?
They want to see a new page. Show them a new page.
Oh, okay. I'll show you guys a new page. I just posted this up on the YouTube members area, or if you want to become a member of the channel, you get a chance to see some of this stuff exclusive first. And I also put a little video of kind of like what I was thinking about, what drawing it, kind of what's going on in the scene, what the point of the book might be at that point without giving any spoilers away. So I'm really being careful not to give spoilers away in these members only videos. But this is the newest page that has gotten done today. Been working on it for a little while because I work on multiple pages at once, and I'll come back to a page when I get a chance. But this I finished today. Really happy with the way it turned out. I'm really happy with the person that's going to ink this. Well, I guess I already kind of said it. If Sal Regla comes on and we can get that tutorial live inking demo thing done, this is the page he's going to ink. So he's going to ink this page for Reaper Destroyer. We're going to do it live for everybody to see, however long we get into it, because it will be real time. So, but yeah, this is really happy with it. Happy with the design. Happy with the drawing of it. It's all kind of coming together. Trying to find a balance between tight and loose, so I'm not spending all day rendering, which is something that can slow down the process of the book, but also looking at an artist and my own worst critic at the same time. So
look at Joe's storytelling, guys.
Thank you, Esther. I appreciate it.
Your storytelling is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. It's what I love about this channel is you guys get to see everybody that I've been influenced by. And a lot of it is just taking what you've seen throughout throughout your years, that's just it. The sensibility of storytelling. I feel like I know what a good comic book looks like artistically from the artists I followed. And that's all I'm trying to do is make sure that this comic comes out. Storytelling is drawn correctly on my end, and then bring the talent on board to bring it out so it's a best looking book that you could see when you go to read it. That is the absolute goal. Absolutely love the panel work. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, brother. We got that top RD could be a t-shirt. That'd be interesting. I'll tell you what, when it comes to making t-shirts, as long as the money's there and if people are buying t-shirts, I can go back in and get different designs as we go. I'm going to use every kind of image I can think of, whether I got to cut it out of a page and place it onto a shirt or do whatever. Like, trust me, once you get work done, it's in color, it's in print, and it's mine. I own it. I own the rights to it. Yeah, I'm putting it all over the place. Thank you, Tentacle Pentacle. Appreciate it. Just a really quick, I want to give you guys a shout out. That's kind of some of the stuff you get to see as members only. A true behind the scenes as I'm working on the book as best as I can. Everything that goes into the book, whether it's new ink stuff, new colored stuff, you guys are going to see it first before I share it on social media. And some of the stuff you see, you might only see until it actually comes out. So if you want a behind the scenes look, please become a member of the channel today. And I think that's all the whoring I'm going to do before I let you all go. Happy New Year, Kayla. It's great to have you back. It's great to be here. This is probably one of the show I look forward to the most, is getting on here and talking comic books with you and the awesome chat. This is a highlight of my week, highlight of my day. So starting out 2023, and I wish I had a shot. I would take a shot with you guys, but
I don't have any alcohol here. I mean, I do, but it's wine, and I'm not opening it. It's House of the Dragon wine.
Oh shit! Yeah,
that I got for Christmas.
Yeah, keep that stowed away. You know what? I will buy some whiskey and we will toast next week. That's what we'll do. Find something fun for next week's show. I might maybe do now that we talked about it, maybe we'll watch another
Adams.
I don't know if
I've been waiting to look at our Adams for so long since I've been on this channel. I'm like, let's just look at some Art Adams. Not because he's my favorite, but because he's my favorite. I might be biased.
Just a little. All right. Where can we find you at? What are you doing next? How can we follow you?
So you can follow me on Twitter at Comics and Cleve. I will be here next Tuesday. So see you next Tuesday, guys. I don't have a show this week. Yeah, and then I'm trying to line up someone for next week, but we will see what happens. So
creators,
I'll be here.
Get her out there. Hit up Kayla. Try to get on her show. It's a great show. She asks awesome questions. I really
bring
enjoy
something good to the table.
That too. Guys, pressure's on, guys. Pressure's on. I will be back here Thursday with Hojo. I believe that's still going down. Gonna look at some cool, awesome comic book art and have some comic book talk. It's Thursday 8. And at some point, that show is going to turn back into Ott and Stuff, and we will welcome back Sean Ahrendt to the show. And I'm looking forward to the return of Ott and Stuff in 2023, folks. Be on the lookout for that. And that's about it. That's about it. We're going to get off here. I'm going to probably go to bed at some point soon. I want everybody to be safe. Take care of each other. And as always, remember, picture me naked. Talk to you later.
Into the world war, 70s, a breath after the war. Life was confusing because of my age. Should my eyes open for two more escapes? I can't help the way I am. There's no trust